Before the video starts, I just want to let you guys know that last month's 1UP box was really cool. Came with a lot of awesome gaming memorabilia and stuff that I just in generally really enjoyed, especially the Deadpool figurine. If you're interested in getting this box, you can take the link in the description below for a discount. I get a kickback and everyone's happy. Enjoy some emulated GameCube footage in the background. I find it fitting for the story I'm going to be discussing. The Nintendo Switch is apparently going to be running GameCube Virtual Console games, says a report. What's this mean? Are we going to be able to finally pop our Nintendo GameCube discs back into a console and play it on modern day machines? No, unfortunately, as the report details, it is going to be the Switch's Virtual Console, the same Virtual Console that's been carried over from the Wii and the Wii U. The site is saying that 3 games have already been prepared: Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, and Super Smash Bros. Melee, and a 4th game, Animal Crossing, is still being tested for compatibility. So there's a lot of different things that are going to be coming out on the Switch, but with any new type of hardware, you still have to test for compatibility concerns. Now, something that a lot of people don't tell you, you can look at the footage in the background, is that keeping a steady 60 frames per second on every single GameCube game that you attempt to emulate is a little bit of a problem on various machines, whether it's official hardware that you're actually emulating it on, i.e. the Nintendo Wii, or unofficial, i.e. a PC. It's very difficult to maintain a frame rate that stays consistent. You might have a consistent game for 90% of the game, but then when you just look at certain places or get into certain areas, you can't do that. I'm reminded of very older systems and systems that lack a Super FX chip and emulators that didn't really run the Super FX games very well. If you look back on those Super Nintendo games, you can still get them in that type of form, and you can still play them without the Super FX chip running, but it's a really weird thing. It looks weird, it feels weird. Games like Yoshi's Island had problems with those. So, to say the least, it's really important that they get this correct, and they do have the compatibility team working on this. Nintendo European Research Development, NERD for short, that's their words, not mine. They're responsible for the NES Mini. Now, here's something very interesting at the tail end of this story, and I'm almost finished here, but both the Switch and the NVIDIA Shield share a common GPU, and it's the Mobile Gaming Tegra GPU chip. But we're not really sure of how powerful this specific chip is. We haven't had it in our hands yet, the system's not out yet, things like that. So we're just going off of what we know for now, the information we have. We still have yet to have the system. What they're saying is that because the Shield is capable of emulating games all the way up to the quality of the Wii, the thing is, no matter what the Switch does, you're not going to be able to emulate Wii U games because it can't emulate that power. Again, emulation doesn't mean the same thing as running it on it. I know it's very confusing. You think you can just pop a disc in with similar architecture and it'll just work, but that's not how it works. There's console optimization. If you look at games like the Zelda game that is on the Wii U, then you see how many enemies there are. I'm not talking about Wind Waker, I'm talking about the other one. The name eludes me, I'll just put up a picture. You can see there's shitload of enemies all over the place, things that you don't think the Wii U could handle, but because of their ability to program very well, it runs good. And when you try to emulate that on a machine with similar power, but then it also has to emulate and decode on the fly and encode on the fly, and it just adds another layer that takes away from processing power, it doesn't work out properly. So yeah, we'll see if these games actually do run buttery smooth. I'm sure Nintendo is targeting the same 60 frames per second that they always do. They always seem to come out with the best, most solid frame rate, glitch-free games out of all of the industries. Not saying that they aren't glitchy at times, but they do a good job. So I believe them, and I believe that they want a lot of money, so these games will probably be around $30 each, maybe 20. I don't think we're gonna get away with a $10 GameCube game though. Ladies and gentlemen, are you excited for the Nintendo GameCube on the Virtual Console for the Nintendo Switch? Let me know your comments, your thoughts, opinions in the section below, and I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, and God bless.